Hello, I wanted to show you some brilliant artwork that was sent to me by a wonderful person that I know and is also a brilliant artist. I'm also going to put a link to his Instagram page below. It's Nicholas Rizalon, and he sent these to me as a birthday gift. I actually have two other works of his. I bought some frames today at Hobby Lobby for these. I'm going to mount them tonight. But I'd like to show you these three brilliant works that he sent to me. I actually love his artwork. I study a lot of art theory, and I think he even downloaded a book, an article, excuse me, by my favorite. I'm going to show you a portrait here in a second of him called What is Art? Really the only definitive article or work ever written on what art actually is. From the principle of metaphysics, there's actually nothing else like it, and that was by anecdote. This is Charles Proteus Steinmetz. Look at this, it's just brilliant. Famously, there was a Westinghouse generator that, I think it was Westinghouse, that had failed. And he went there, and he's actually a little person. And he spent 2 days studying it. Nobody else there could figure it out. And then he asked for a ladder, and then he climbed up on the ladder, and he made a chalk mark. And I think this was in the 1930s or 40s. I'm sorry if I can't remember the date. And Westinghouse, or was it Ford? It might have been General Electric. Anyway, they got a $100,000 bill, which is basically like a $1 million bill today, or probably something higher. And they complained. They wanted to know what exactly he did that was worth $100,000. And he did an itemized receipt for Westinghouse or General Electric that he did the work for. And he said $1, I think it was $1 for making the chalk mark, and $999,000 of having the intellect to know where to make the mark. so brilliant. This well, Tesla invented the AC generator. It didn't really work all that super great. It took this guy's brilliance, especially on steel lamination and other things, to perfect the AC generator so that it's efficient and worthwhile. His books are extremely intense. He's got one math problem in one of his books that's over 20 pages long. It's one math problem, 20 pages. Here's my favorite author of metaphysics. He knew 26 languages and extremely brilliant. Even though he died in 1947, I was friends with his son, Ramapi Kumaraswamy. He was on the stamp of India. He was half British, half Indian. He immigrated to the United States very, very early. And he wrote dozens and dozens of books and hundreds of articles. And his son gave me the rights to all of his father's works. He knew 26 languages and was the most brilliant true expert on genuine metaphysics and art theory. There's no art theory on this earth that comes closer to than the writings of this guy, Anandakishis Kumaraswamy. But look at this brilliant rendering, hand-drawn by Nicholas Rizalon. Absolutely gorgeous. Just look at that. And of course, here's everybody's favorite, and mine too. And this is it. Look at this. This is from a picture, rendering from a picture in his own interpretation by, this is Nikola Tesla. This absolutely brilliant. If you actually see some of the subtext of the geometry of art and life. And Nikola Tesla was occasioned to create the AC generator, the most brilliant invention of all time, off of studying nature, kind of like the same way Victor Schauberger did when he was occasioned on the moon going around the Earth, and this gave him the idea of the magnetic field. I actually made a discovery in some of the declarations of Nikola Tesla. He said his favorite invention of all time was not the AC generator, but the discovery of rotating magnetic fields. He said, well, the AC generator may be surpassed in the far distant future, which of course it very well likely will be, of course. But he said nothing will surpass his discovery, quote-unquote, of rotating magnetic fields. No one else. That's really almost a secret quote from Nikola Tesla. Really, it should be his most famous quote. I have that actually in my book, the direct quote from Nikola Tesla on this side. But look at this brilliant piece of work from Nicholas Rizalon. I hope I didn't butcher his name too bad. I might have butchered his name a little bit. Absolutely brilliant. I wished I could do this. I bet you wish you could create work like this as well. I can't, and you probably can't either. Anyway, I wanted to say thanks to Nick. This is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know who my favorite here is. Both of these are geniuses in their own right. Very prolific author, a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant genius, Charles Proteus Steinmetz. If you actually find pictures of him, he's a little person, and he was bent, I forget, some sort of achondroplasia. He's bent at the hip like a boomerang, and he smoked big fat cigars. But everybody looked up to him as a god of electrical theory, and almost nobody's heard of this guy. This guy is really as brilliant as Nikola Tesla in many, many ways. Extremely brilliant. And Anandakita Kumaraswamy, the most brilliant expert on art theory that ever lived, and certainly the most brilliant expert on genuine metaphysics from the past several hundred years, if not many past several hundred years. And I'm so honored that his son, Rama P. Kumaraswamy, who was a cardiac surgeon, gave me the rights to his father's works. He said, there's only one condition. I said, sure, anything. What would that be? And he said, you cannot charge anything for them. You have to give them away for free. I was like, well, that's the easy thing. Absolutely. I mean, hell, even my own books are free. And brilliant, Nicholas. Absolutely brilliant. The post office did a little crease on this one, but when I lay it underneath the glass, that'll come out. Post office put a little crease in your artwork there. Making sure not to touch them. Thank you so much. Absolutely lovely. Check out his Instagram account in the link below. Okay? Bye.